I don't know if this is a unique experience, but I had somebody in my actual like real life say, oh my God, by the way, I went through all of your YouTube videos. And I was like,
why would you do that? I mean, sorry.
Why would you do that? Why? You want to hear my voice? I got a photo sent of my face on the big screen, on their 55-incher, okay? Those are for my people on the internet. You're in real life. What are you doing here? And they're like, yeah, no, I went really far back. And I was like, ooh, why would you do that? Funny as this is, I'm like, why would you go back? I think I sound worse than I do now. Hi, everyone. It's Isabella here, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, here's the vibes, here's the deal, here's what's going on. We are in December, which is buckling up to the new year. The new year usually brings a lot of things: health, wellness, diet culture, a lot of recommendations that could be incredibly toxic. I have had so many of you guys send me some of the most chaotic shit. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna have a very fun Friday video where we're reacting to toxic diet culture and crazy shit that's being posted on Instagram. And one thing is, it's especially gonna kick up in the new year because every new year we see an influx in gym subscriptions, we see an influx in New Year's resolutions, and we see an influx of people wanting to get their shit together. But a lot of these individuals, or health influencers, wellness influencers, if you'd like to call it that, are pushing very toxic, stupid, and clickbaity things just to make you fall for it. And it's bad. So before you up in today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below so you'll be notified of every single video I post. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I have to say, like, massive trigger warning. We are going to talk about things like diet culture, binge eating, like just a wide variety of content, lots of fear mongering. Okay, so just remember, if you can't watch this, totally understand, totally get it. I'm trying to calm your mind and not be so freaked out by seeing this very, in my opinion, toxic and clickbaity content. So let's start with this one.
Eating for two? No, you're binge eating and lack self-discipline. Don't blame your baby for your lack of self-control. Pregnancy didn't make you lazy. You chose laziness and now hide behind pregnancy. Pregnancy brain didn't kill your ambition. You just gave yourself permission to quit. Waiting until postpartum to fix it is a lie. If you can't control yourself now, you won't later. Most moms don't get wrecked by pregnancy. They get wrecked by their mindset, comfort eating, and letting go of discipline. The baby isn't ruining you. You are.
Okay, here's the thing. Full disclaimer, I have never even been pregnant before. But one thing I will say is, especially with the new year, I think we're also going to see content that is influxing like this involved with people who are pregnant. And this really pisses me off. I'm incredibly grateful. I have a nephew. I love him dearly. He's so cute. He's going to be a year old in January, right? So cool. And I got to know my sister-in-law and her experience with pregnancy. And I won't give too many details because of course it's not my business. It was pretty damn hard. And if you know anything about pregnancy, it is a very life-altering situation. The hormones and everything involved with that is crazy. Oh my God, it's crazy. So when I see content like this, I'm like, are we we are hustle culturing pregnancy and eating now? Are we dead at, like, how have we gotten this far? Just because you're good, just because you feel okay, just because you haven't lost motivation, you haven't had these changes, doesn't mean that it hasn't happened to someone else. You are gonna go this route of like immediately doing this targeting content. You are being pretty out of touch and weird with that. Like, this is, to me, like pointing the finger at everyone else but you, and I don't like that whatsoever, because it's like you're trying to shame other individuals for the way that they're eating and their habit. You have no idea. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I ever have a child, I'm gonna be as comfortable as possible because I know it's probably gonna be rough. And from what I have known about pregnancy, it could be quite brutal. Even the mental health aspect of it can be incredibly brutal. The fact that we are just throwing this shit out is incredibly ridiculous to me. Also, mind you, this is somebody who it looks like has a job making content for a living. And again, if you have people who can edit and you can hire out for this, and you're not having to go and clock into a 9 to 5, for example, again, you are going to be living very drastic different lives. So this blanket statement shit is fucking gross. All right, this next one, ooh, this one pissed me off, y'all. Like, I got very angry over this one.
Is that sad slice of pie really worth your jeans not fitting next week? You already know the answer. Thanksgiving doesn't mean thanks shoveling. You are not a garbage.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a slice of pie is not gonna completely derail you off of your fitness goals. It's just not, nor is if you get a second one. I'd actually like to happily let y'all know super exciting news. I finally have realized, guys, I'm debt free now. I know, I'm really excited. Okay, so when I found out after, I was like, all right, I'm going to order a pizza. I ordered myself a medium, it would say Papa John's, cheese, pepperoni with the garlic dipping sauce. That's incredibly important, by the way, okay? And I did have it for me, myself, and I. It was the best thing ever. I just laid down on this couch, tearing it up, watching Anastasia animated movie. It was so good, okay? And I literally didn't have a thought in my brain of like, dang, this is probably awful, because I don't do this all the time. And additionally, it's not gonna just ruin me. Sometimes you can off a little bit and that's okay. So I hate this mindset because to me, it's a cage. Like, it's exhausting to have this mentality. So shamey. Like, if you want to teach people to have healthy habits, why do you think that this aggressive, mean way is the way to approach it?
It's disposal. Leftovers aren't love. They're tomorrow's regret wrapped in foil. You've worked too hard to trade the body you've been building for weeks for a 600 calorie side dish that looks like it's served at a school cafeteria.
This is going to be a little bit of a hot take. This almost sounds like ChatGPT-ish. Like, this is a script that she pulled from chat, because like, this doesn't sound like something a normal person would just speak in this way. Her caption says Thanksgiving is a holiday, not a hall pass for self-sabotage. It doesn't even sound like you have any credentials to prove that this is somehow like sabotaging someone's goals. Just like if I decide, hey, like I feel like shit, something bad's going on, I can't go to the gym. Like, hey, full transparency, I've 100% not gone to the gym in a hot second. I haven't at all, because I've been very tired and a lot's been going on. You know what? I just have the mindset of, you know, I'll get back in there, I'll get back on it, and I'll be okay. It's not normal to beat yourself up for not being super strict and like precise. If you constantly demonize so much food around you, it is going to fuck up your mentality, and I'm only speaking from experience.
Would you rather have abs or Aunt Karen's pie that tastes like a Bath and Body Works candle? Thanksgiving is a holiday, not a hall pass to self-sabotage. Nobody got hot by treating themselves to 3 servings of stuffing. Control your fork, or it will control your future. Oh, but it's tradition. Tradition won't zip your jeans. Taste is temporary. Your goals don't care that it's Thanksgiving. You crushed workouts, tracked your macros, hate your goals. So a dinner roll is your downfall? Confidence is the
dinner roll can't fucking be your downfall. And this is something that I do think that we see, especially during the holiday season right now, where there's a lot of demonization on food of like, oh, don't let the food get to you. Why can't the food's got me? Okay, oh my God, if I see glazed ham, some mac and cheese, if I see some turkey, gravy, I am literally eating everything inside because it's so good. I'm having an absolute blast. To me, Thanksgiving is a food holiday. To me, December, Christmas is also a food holiday. You're not gonna die. Like, I cannot fathom that you cannot explode in weight overnight. You also can't lose weight overnight. You have to have some very drastic, crazy things to happen, and even still, a dinner roll is not gonna do that. But this stuff inherently can train your brain to think something is wrong with you. Because like I've said, I've mentioned this in a previous video, when I was doing the like skinny influencer content, I was talking about that stuff, I actually caught myself falling into old habits. And I'm telling y'all this because it's very real and it's very easy. And even though I've done a lot of work and inner work to help myself get through that kind of stuff and my relationship with food, sometimes it's still there. So by me literally digging into some of these videos, I suddenly was having old panics kick in of getting scared over the most basic food. You can hurt yourself with this mindset. You should have a healthy relationship with food. Actually, no wonder she's angry. She's angry as hell.
Real main course. Don't forget it. If food is the only thing you're looking forward to on Thanksgiving, then maybe it's not me you should be mad at. It's just one day. Let people enjoy food. I'm not here to shame food. I'm here to help people enjoy results. If you're going to be full on anything, let it be self-control. Calories don't take the day off, and neither should your goals. And remember, nothing tastes as good as being hot feels.
Oh, brother, now they've rebranded that nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Can we just let that go already? Like, we're really literally hurting people by saying nothing tastes as good as hot feels. My hot is getting more muscle on me, which would actually require me to put on more calories due to some degree, depending on what I'm doing. And I always want to encourage people to talk to professionals and talk to a dietitian if you're going to discuss topics like this, which actually brings me to the sponsor of today's video that I am incredibly proud of and incredibly excited to talk about. I would love to highlight Nourish. I yap on this page all the time, but I need y'all to start listening to professionals and don't take random health advice from random people on the internet. Now, first question I have to ask is raise of hands, who thought it would be difficult to go see a dietitian, really expensive, all the things? I did, and I didn't realize that I could actually have access to a dietitian in a really affordable way that's uncovered by my insurance and also can be absolutely transformative for my new year. I want to talk about Nourish today. Nourish makes it ridiculously easy to go see a registered dietitian, and Nourish is able to connect you to them through Zoom anywhere in the world. So signing up takes like 5 minutes. You fill out a quiz, you choose your own dietitian, you schedule your appointment, and you meet with them virtually. I actually had my appointment here recently. The way I learned so much. I actually have high cholesterol, and I'm trying to adamantly adjust with my meal prepping because I meal prep every single week to make sure that I'm eating consistently, but I want to make sure that I'm following everything I'm supposed to. So I was able to sit down with Lori, my dietitian, and we were able to map out an entire plan for my new year. She also helped me with debunking a lot of food myths that I would hear on the internet, which actually helped me a lot with my job here, but it helps me in my mental health personally because now I know I'm getting factual information. And something I didn't know until I started Nourish was dietitians do so much more than just tell you what to eat. They can help with women's health, hormones, gut issues, sports nutrition, blood sugar, meal planning, and grocery budget to keep sustainable habits. Basically, they're the person that you need to be asking questions to, not some random person on TikTok. And the insurance part was the best part for me. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurances across 50 states, and 94% of patients pay nothing out of pocket. And another thing that's very important to me about Nourish is they're all about long-term healthy habits, not some fad diet, not some random trend. Like I said, I'm an advocate for science and evidence-based information, and this is a great platform to get started. So if you guys want to get started, you can go to usenourish.com/Isabellamichellelanter, fill out the quiz, enter your insurance information, choose a dietitian that fits your needs, and book your appointment today. And you can get an estimate up front before your appointment so you know exactly what it's going to cost so you don't have any surprise bills after. It takes less than 5 minutes to book your appointment and get started today. Thank you so much to Nourish for partnering with me on today's video. And now let's keep going. So this is another video that got 735,000 views, and it's captioned "What I Eat in a Day That May Get Me Canceled" with timestamps. So let's watch this one. Whoa, we jumped to 1 p.m. in a protein shake and that's it? I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I have had my many a times where I was running a large Dunkin' iced coffee all the way until like 1 p.m. at work. So I get it. But I don't really think we should like encourage this because it doesn't even sound like the premise is to be bringing awareness or anything. It's literally like, oh, I'm going to get canceled for this. So this is rage bait. That's what this sounds like to me. Why are we doing that? Are you that bored? You have nothing else of substance to put online? You can't just be funny? Oh my God. The fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. Math, whoopsies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles out. And you're prioritizing that over eating a full meal. That's really sad. Like, and again, I don't know this individual and I don't know if she's going through something, and that is incredibly sad and scary. This is alarming that people are like, I'm gonna get canceled for this, but this isn't healthy. See how bullshit this is? Somebody could be like, this is so healthy because of the supplements, and oh, well, I took coconut cold on my empty stomach. You're not getting enough calorie. Like, your brain needs that to function, by the way, guys. Like, literally think about when you're eating and you need to feed yourself and you're like getting nervous about it. Think about you're gonna think clearer because you're eating. That was actually something that helped me push through some of my toxic thought processes with food. Is like, okay, well, I need to think. I need brain power. I need energy. I don't like feeling so tired. I need to eat and feed myself. Wow. I don't even think this shit would feed a Victorian child. 2 pieces of leftover sushi? I don't even have self-control to not eat one. I don't know the motivation behind that, but one thing I will say is there's some people who will do like day in the life of what they eat, which don't get me wrong, I do have a plan to make when I meal prep for the week kind of videos because I think that could be really helpful, and I try to have as good of a healthy setup as I can to make sure I eat, because meal prepping is like how I make sure that I do that. But there are some people who weaponize this, what I eat in a day, for a very unhealthy, unrealistic standpoint. And again, I am all for taking inspiration, but please remember that some people don't know what they're talking about. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I don't know absolutely everything. okay? I know what I know about my body, but like there's a stopping point there. I could share a recipe or something I'm enjoying, but at the end of the day, you know what you need, or if not, you're gonna have to speak to a professional, a dietitian, for example. That's who you need to be talking to. Taking 100% inspiration and, oh, that's what I'm gonna do is not okay. And that, I don't know what she's going through. And again, like whatever, I hope she's okay. I truly do. But for the grand scheme of a viewer watching this, that is not healthy. God, please do not do the whole, I'm not gonna eat for shit thing. I used to do that. Not good. Not good, my love. It's not good, okay? You can be fit and eat a lot of food because I'm fit or getting there again and I eat a lot. So please don't, okay? Next is going to really piss me off. I just know it. This is on a very major podcasting platform talking about fruit. Yeah, okay.
Is there any other watch out foods that, you know, people think are healthy, but maybe if I was trying to have an optimally healthy heart, I should avoid?
It's just going to surprise you. Excessive fruit. Because I'm not a very big follower of fruit. Fruit should be eaten only in season because it has too much fructose in it.
Fructose being the sugars.
Fructose is a sugar, and fructose
I
goes...
feel like we can't eat shit nowadays because we have so many people that are like, well, this isn't organic. Well, this is too much sugar. Well, this is actually too processed. Well, this is oh, well, now water needs to have, what was it? More, what is it? We reacted to this a long time ago about this machine that needs to hydrogenize water. Water already has hydrogen, you doorknob. So we're just saying shit nowadays. Now, mind you, this is on the Diary of a CEO. So I don't know if you guys know this YouTube channel. This is a very large platform. To me, I feel like this stuff is so blatantly fear-mongery. I don't ever see anybody saying, hey, I want to talk about this problem, but again, talk with your doctor. Like there's not enough preface on this. So before anyone watches a video like this and goes, oh my God, you're not going to die from fruit, babe. Unless your doctor's saying it, you're not going to get taken out. This shit makes people scared of food.
So our overconsumption of fruit is another factor that is contributing to coronary artery disease and diabetes and fatty liver. And we think of fruit as being a healthy thing. But fruit should only be consumed really in the fall and in season and in small amounts because that high fructose level really causes major changes in your metabolism. So I'm not too fond of fruit. You can eat fruit in season, small amounts of it. But you know, people go crazy about fruit. I mean, I had a patient who was having mental problems as well as cardiovascular disease. And that's all he lived on is fruit. Morning, lunch, and dinner. And the moment we stopped that, his health changed completely. It got so much better.
Now, when it comes to content like this, I really get irritated when I see podcasters not thoroughly vet some of the information that is shared on their said podcast like this, because also it should be your responsibility to make sure that, again, there are proper disclaimers, there are proper education and awareness, and always directing people when you're talking about topics like this to professionals. And that's another thing that you're probably going to see, especially in the new year, is a lack of disclaimers. So many of these people who are trying to push this fear-mongering bullshit are just wanting to put themselves on a pedestal where they're the first ones to break this news to you that fruit is now incredibly dangerous, apparently, which that's a crock of shit. It's just word vomit at this point, trying to be the first to say something crazy and gain people's attention. This one gave me the ick, y'all. This popped up on my recommended. This is what I hate is like sometimes I get the weird shit recommended me on Instagram because I save stuff like this for videos. And then I'm like, oh God, look, please take a look at this. If red meat is health food, why is yours gray? So this creator is, I guess, very adamant about trying to eat a lot of raw things, which first of all, if I ate raw meat, and I don't know if that's butter, whatever that is, the way I would shit myself into oblivion. Think about it. Also, is no one like a little bit nervous? You know how many people I see that push stuff like this who are not talking about properly processing meats and making sure that they are safe for consumption? Like for example, sushi grade fish, right? There's a way of doing things so that way you can safely consume food. Oh, I tear up some sushi. I tear up some raw fish. I with that big time. So many of these people are now pushing the raw diets, if you will, and are like, well, just, you know, if you do this, is going to change everything. Oh my God. First of all, you are going to hurt yourself. It's the same concept with you just need to have raw milk and that's it. It's okay to have processed stuff. Okay. The term processed is not just this evil, awful, scary thing that's going to hurt you. Processing stuff doesn't always mean there's this dangerous chemical thing going on. You have to have everything raw. Again, not everything raw is good. Sorry, my middle school sense of humor kicked in. Raw is not always good. Raw is not always good, guys. Sometimes it could be really interesting and sometimes you're like, maybe I should. And then you end up with something you don't want. Food poisoning or who knows. Okay. But I'm just saying raw is not always best. But seriously, this is a content creator that is like literally constantly shoveling selling this idea out that you need to eat more raw and you need to have more raw eggs, you need to have more raw beef. And I'm like, dude, chill out. Because also you can have too much of a good thing. Because I actually, while talking with my dietitian, I was actually asking her about that. I was like, hey, am I overdoing it? Because there's so much information on social media. I know I can absolutely get caught up in that. And she was talking to me about certain things that I had questions about that were actually too much. You can't have too much of a supplement. You can't have too much of a good thing if you don't actually need it. So this idea that raw is best or unprocessed or all quote natural or the no chemical trope, water's a chemical babe, that makes literally no sense. You have to have chemicals in your body and food. Oh, well, you can't have fruit now. There's so much fear mongering on these apps. Please just eat and have a balanced meal if you can. That is all that I think anyone should be pushing at this point. None of these people have qualifications to be saying this shit. They're just doing it for fun. Also, who the wants to have raw egg in milk? Yuck, my God. Reminiscing on the good times before I learned about HFCS, artificial dye seed oils, and artificial sweeteners. Okay, you cannot pull a Reese's peanut butter cup out of my dead cold hands. This whole fear mongering over seed oils and artificial sweeteners, I think, is getting on a little bit too intensely. So now you're just obsessed with, you can't have candy anymore. That. So we have one person on the internet saying fruit is too much, would be nature's candy, if you will. But now we're going to where people are like, okay, but M&Ms, girl, I'm tired. Are you tired? I'm tired of hearing this kind of stuff. Okay, you're not gonna die by eating a Twix or a couple or a bag of Thin Mints, which I have done a couple times before. You're gonna be fine. This idea that you're just ruining yourself horrendously by enjoying little treats like this is absolutely crazy. Also, here's one thing I want to point out. You know how many times I see these people push a lot of these diets and I don't know how they're okay. Like I literally do not know how they are safe and doing well. And this is something I really wish I could dig into, but again, I don't know these people, so I can't find out this information. But I would not at all doubt if they were just saying this shit for the internet, but they were not following it. Like I would 100% believe it if they were like totally saying shit online, but they were doing different stuff behind the scenes. Because how are you not miserable and not sick and not feeling just unwell? Because there's no way that you actually are doing okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's some people who are following very unhealthy trends, but I can't fathom how some of these people aren't simply saying something for clickbait. And additionally, if you look at a lot of these people's pages, you can find a lot of inconsistencies with some of their dieting or their messaging around some of their stuff. There's many things that are bad for us. There's also many things that are good for us. But if we do this constant back and forth of like demonizing absolutely everything, what is left? Like your mental health is going to be shit after this. So I am here to let you know you're not going to die by eating a Twix or fucking up a king size candy bar. You're okay. Here's another one. Here's a thought. God made food to fuel you. They made food to fool you. Okay, so now this is mind-boggling. I actually never thought I'd see the day that this would happen. We are having religious individuals who are weaponizing God to demonize food. Huh? Like, Jarvis, insert fucking confused meme. What the hell is going on? So now we're acting like the devil is the Doritos. Girl, give me that bag every damn day. I will lick my delectable fingers covered in Dorito dust, if you will. So her caption says, they're not feeding you anymore, they're engineering you. They've changed the seed, they sprayed the soil, they called it sustainability. It's not sustainable, it's strategic. They took God out of me. They took God out of food so they could sell you dependence, because the more broken your body, the more obedient your wallet. Oh boy. Okay. And mind you, I don't see anything in any way supporting this claim. I don't see anything providing evidence. I don't see any nothing. Just straight up, let's scare everyone and make everyone freak out. Please, oh my God, if you are someone who is religious, please do not fall for stuff. Like, this is crazy. Please speak to individuals who know what they're talking about, who can guide you on a healthy diet and not just, let's scare everything. No, balance is great. Hi, Editing Belly here. I wanted to throw out the fact that I forgot to mention this because this is very important. This perspective as well, I think, is incredibly disrespectful to people who are poor. I think it is really repulsive to go, God made this and God didn't provide the hamburger helper for you, when some people who maybe do not have the finances are struggling or trying to find the cheapest meal to just simply feed their bodies. Suddenly, this is somehow not God's work. Again, please don't fall for this, okay? If you are somebody who's struggling financially, I I do not want you for a second to feel bad for the things that you are buying to feed your family. You are fed and that's it. I want to make sure that people don't feel shamed because of content like this, because it's not fair. And I know this kind of content can make you feel very anxious and uncomfortable with shopping. I just know I used to feel anxious while shopping because I was like, I did not have money for certain things. So please never for a second think that you're doing anything wrong, okay? If you are trying to feed your family, honey, you're doing it, okay? And that's like, do what you can. Please don't fall for this. I do not feel that that's appropriate. I'm going to be traveling more in 2026. You bet your ass I'm going to be eating some wild meals because I want to, because I just, why not? Because I want to try some new things. That is okay. This whole God made food to fuel you and the demons did it. Okay. Like we have to get a grip. Speak to a therapist. You know what I mean? We should be, my therapist loves me. I can't fathom God thinking that it's awful and horrendous to eat a Cheeto. You like really sit and simmer on that. God made poison ivy, which can also make your ass itch if you sit in a field with it. You know what I'm saying? We're getting weird here, guys. Also, God made shrooms. If we're gonna go that far, are we gonna demonize that? Because that's all natural. You see how inconsistent this argument is? Please don't fall. I don't know if this is gonna kick up with religion morphing into diet culture. Please don't fall for it. Oh my God, please don't fall for it. All right, this other one.
Welcome to Costco, where these samples are free, but the ingredients are questionable. Let's go see what they're serving up at Costco.
You gotta be a miserable ass to go into Costco and bother that lovely, great, beloved city full of amazing, delectable treats. What?
Kettle and Fire. First sample. Yay. Soup. They were handing out some Kettle and Fire bone broth, and you guys already know I love Kettle and Fire, so I knew this was approved, but the ingredients are so good. Grass-fed beef, apple cider.
I'm so sorry. I thought she said breastfed beef. I was like, what the? Oh my God. I thought we got into a weird corner there. Grass-fed. Sorry.
Black pepper. I love this stuff. First sample. Delish. Second sample. All right, the next sample was this ramen, and this is the longest ingredient list that I've ever seen.
They sell that? Oh, I'm buying it. She's immediately influenced me to buy this shit. Oh my God. I'm not kidding. I'm going to clock out of this. I'm going to go buy. That actually looks really good.
Canola oil, lots of corn, soy, natural flavors. So.
Woo! Oh my God, the fun police. It's in ramen, guys.
Liquid IV. All right, they're handing out some liquid IV. You guys already know how I feel about natural flavors and things, because you can hide hundreds of different types of ingredients in there. So that's automatically not going to be a fan favorite. So not personally a fan. Oh my God, I love chocolate covered almonds. Here we go. And these are probably one of the worst that I've seen.
My God, does anyone else get tired of this shit? How do people not get exhausted by just everything stuff? What do you eat then? Air and thoughts? Well, clearly not those. Sorry. Critical thinking skills. There we go. Now, mind you, this is somebody where I see zero credentials. She has a big following, but if you go onto her website, she's just a holistic health coach. There's no diet. There's nothing. I see literally nothing to prove that she is an individual to trust with this kind of stuff.
It not only has corn syrup, soy lecithin, dextrin, maltodextrin. That's a lot of ingredients for one little almond.
You know what's funny is I think a lot of these people would just be like, my God, that's a big word for Elmo, so it must be bad. You know, there's many different words for vitamin B. We have thiamine, riboflavin. Oh God, girl, this is gonna whoop my ass, sorry. Pyridoxine. You know how some of these words, you see them, they look scary because some people may not register what they actually are and represent. Sometimes on ingredients lists, that's also another thing that you see. Some of them are just saying shit. This, I don't like it, so it must be, but girl, I don't see a credential in your bio. I don't give a shit, okay? I'm not listening.
So, bye-bye. Oh, we got a good one here, y'all. We're big Siete fans over here. A lot of people are talking about how the Siete ingredients changed, and of course, because now they're being sent to places like Costco where they need to have a lot and make sure that they don't go bad. But honestly, the ingredients still look pretty good to me. And it's still a pretty solid option for Costco. I'm still gonna eat it. Okay, was actually pleasantly surprised by the fact that they had some okay stuff and some not okay stuff, but we're gonna have to keep coming back. All
right, next one.
Your liver will be as good as new in just 7 days with this drink.
Every day we stray farther away from critical thinking. We really do. My goodness. Raise of hands. Anyone know what the liver does? Right. It does this already. Your liver does the cleanse. Never mind. What do I know?
With just 4 ingredients. Even doctors don't want me to reveal this because it also helps the heart and flushes out toxins, so save the video.
Flushes out toxins. What your liver already does. You can't detox your liver. Like this just doesn't happen. Doctors are not gonna like this because you're saying stupid shit for, like, you're literally just a glorified air one smoothie.
So you cut 4 stalks of celery, the high levels of apigenin, reduce chronic inflammation in the liver, and speed up the body's detoxification process. Next up, add a small piece of ginger, as daily ginger consumption reduces your blood sugar levels, which reduces the risk for insulin resistance and therefore also reduces the fatty liver. Next up, take in green apple. The pectins in the apple can bind and flush out the toxin. And lastly, add up lemon juice, as the antioxidants prevent further liver damaging. You wonder how to take the drink? Rate the recipe from 1 to 10 in the comments now. Blend it and drink 300 milliliters.
What's so funny to me is the fact that I don't see actually like a legit recipe with amounts of how much you need to put in per. Because if it apparently is supposed to be doing some very specific things, you would think that there would be quite specific recipes for this. But I don't see anything in the caption or comment section. Impressively stupid. Like, don't get me wrong. I love eating purees. The fact that you're literally trying to weaponize this. And people in the comments are literally asking for the recipe. Last but not least, last one we're going to react to, and then we're going to wrap this up.
The pie is store-bought. It has preservatives and ultra-processed ingredients. You need to make it from scratch. The flour is bleached and enriched with synthetic nutrients. Sugar can raise your blood pressure and fuel chronic inflammation. The sea salt has traces of microplastics and lacks iodine. The cows were not grass-fed. The butter will have no nutritional value. The apple has wax on it and is sprayed with pesticides. The pie is now made from scratch. Or what are you doing? Aren't you going to eat it?
This is a wonderful example of what I'm talking about, because this is a beautiful video, and I think it's so funny, of the toxic cycle that we see with a lot of diet culture and just weird content in general on social media, where no matter what, there's always a problem, right? There's always something. There's no gentleness or gray area or pushing for people to have credentials. There's no, hey, why don't you go talk to a dietitian? There's nothing that's saying it. It's just to scare you. It is overwhelming. And I have 100% caught myself in this mentality of like, well, this is bad. This is bad. You can literally have a farm with animals on, and even still you are risking harming yourself because you may not have the same processing capabilities as some other companies do. I think we're forgetting that modern day science has truly elevated how we can have a better life right now. Like, we do, don't get me wrong, there's some wild shit out there that are being sold to us. I can understand that. But also some of this processing and the way that we have our food is not always inherently just awful, evil, and bad. So my biggest away from this, please talk to a dietitian. Please talk to people who know what they're talking about. I don't know everything, but what I do know is you shouldn't be scared of food to this degree, because this is not mentally healthy, okay? And we talk about physical health, making sure you eat the right things, but this is mentally unhealthy to think this way, and we shouldn't neglect our mental health either. So definitely make sure to just remind yourself there's going to be a lot of stuff put to you at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. Don't just be falling for it. Don't just be thinking that don't fall for the skinny influencers, the toxic clickbait videos, the ones that are sitting there with a mic and sunglasses in their living room with the lights on going, hey guys, this food is dangerous for you now. Unless I see a damn credential, I don't give a rat's ass, and neither should you. Okay, so that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out the sponsor of today's video, Nourish, in the link in the description below and pin comment. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Mwah, I love you. Bye.